So I'm really excited to have this conversation. I want to start by talking about terpene gems, what they are, and I don't mean physically, I mean what they are to our company and why it's an important SKU for us. It was our goal to get Suncliff out as a national brand as quickly as possible. As COVID came in, there were a lot of challenges in product planning for some of our partners in various industries. We're all sort of pushed back, so we faced a lot of challenges getting things to market. So during the downtime of the pandemic, as you well know, I doubled down on TikTok and really started to talk about terpenes and what it is that makes products different in the industry. I was sort of shocked to find this exponential growth in a platform that was predominantly thought of as being a place for teenagers to dance and sort of act like goofballs. I saw an opportunity because I was one of the few people on the app that had the experience that I have, which is a deep industry experience combined with a pretty solid scientific foundation. So I combined the two of those and started talking about terpenes. I started getting floods of data and feedback. What I was also doing at the same time was expanding on our knowledge base and testing how well the market was ready for products like the terpene gems. The terpene profile plays a big role in how you feel the experience, but it also contributes to how long or how strong the reaction is. And because we have limited research specifically in the cannabis industry, we have a lot more information available to us as it relates specifically to terpenes. So I began profiling those one after another and explaining to people what each one of those are in the plant and where else they can be found in nature, and sort of conditioning the customer to understand that although these are found in abundance in cannabis, they're also found in nature in various different kinds of plants. So we can create extracts from non-cannabis material that becomes sort of the compass for somebody who is pairing it with cannabis, or it can be used on its own for its own individual benefits. We already knew that there was a high degree of likelihood that these combinations would be very effective on their own. And this developed an opportunity for us to really attack the market because we can ship these internationally. There are no restrictions on these products, so our ability to tell the story in a grand scale is something that's extremely unique to us and our brands. The other thing that's really compelling about these products is that the margins are great, and it requires a very specific type of consumption for it to work. It's a sublingual, it dissolves under your tongue, and that's one of the only ways that terpenes really enter your body on a consistent basis in a way that you can actively control and monitor. So we are extremely excited because it does a number of things for us. It fits right into one of our core categories. We've been making hard candies for over a decade in this space, so this was not new to us at all. We've also been using terpenes and manipulating the terpene profiles of our other products for many, many years. This is just the most refined version of it, and it developed such a following that we are extremely excited about what it means for our actual cannabis-derived products as well, and the ones that we license into other markets. I'm going to share some reviews with you on the response we've gotten on this product. I hope it really cements in the potential of what we have on our hands. And keep in mind, there's been a limited release to this date, and we're already getting this type of feedback from our customers. And the foundation of Suncliff as an experienced brand is a marketing tool like no other. So in the coming weeks, you're going to see the CBD line release that is also going to be in the hard candy in very similar packaging. It's going to be layered right on top of the terpene profiles. The rest product is only a couple weeks behind that, and the linen spray is also going to be launching in key retailers in April 2022. The reason for a two-pronged approach is really simple. The whole world is chasing direct-to-consumer marketing. We're one of the only industries that's fighting to get into brick-and-mortar locations, and it's partly because we have a really hard time advertising and marketing. Therefore, if you can plant these products in a store or someone else will do the selling for you, a good opportunity to sort of create some economies of scale for your brand. The problem is most of these retail outlets are rather unsophisticated, and I don't mean that as a knock. I mean, Walgreens is not necessarily hiring employees who are product specialists on CBD, therefore it's not a very good resource for selling high-end product. And that brings me to my next point, high-end products. We cannot have a premium product without a premium price tag. We are using the best CBD in the world, the best CBG in the world, the finest and purest terpenes we can source. We just didn't cut any corners. We aren't going to cut any corners. In order to make these products at this caliber, something that we can look our customers dead in the eyes and be absolutely sure that it is the best product the world has ever seen, it requires some of these things to be sort of expensive. I know you understand how much I value my personal brand, how much I value my social media audience. I will not cut corners. So I don't need to sell you on this, but I do need you, anyone around our brand, to understand these products are premium. And when you get the, wow, I can't believe how well that really works, your answer should be, it's because of how much effort we've put into creating the world's best products. I've gone so far as to preview some of these products, particularly the THC versions of these that we're going to be releasing throughout different regions of the country very, very soon. One of the state's largest producers looked me dead in the eye and said, you are about to revolutionize the expectations of the customer's experience when they consume cannabis. And I believe that. The understanding of our customers is growing exponentially day over day. You may be surprised to find that there are 40,000 people following my social media account to the tune of millions and millions of views now that actually understand what I'm talking about and what we're doing with these products. States like Nevada now require the terpene profile to be listed on the test results, and the customer base that's traveling through Las Vegas is one that is a global audience because they're coming from all over the world. So as they're visiting retail shops, they're getting a cursory understanding of what terpenes are and the role they play in the plant. And here we are, light years ahead of the rest of our competition, not simply reporting what's in it, but actually manipulating and creating custom curated experiences for the customer. I'm harping on it, obviously, but this is a major milestone for us. We focused on direct to consumer so that we could tap into the largest and broadest audience that we have. Most of you know we basically sold out of everything we had in the first day. We throttled back, forced production to go into kind of an emergent production line, and they did it with flying colors. I think it's the most scalable product I've ever been a part of, and the way it fits into our foundation of products and services that are layered on top of it, I'm extremely bullish on this product. The other thing we've done to really drive these things home is we've created a fantastic affiliate program for content creators and influencers. So we've created a portal on our website for our brand ambassadors to come log on, check their monthly balance, track all of their sales history, track all of their commissions, and effectively weave the Suncliff brand into their lifestyle and immediately look to start pushing that through their channels. And because it's an ongoing commission base, we expect them to be heavily engaged in the sales process. I do not anticipate having any issue getting Suncliff into virtually any state in the US that has a cannabis program. Our ability to license this brand is going to be very, very strong. Simply because for the first time, we actually have customers that know about our products before the retail stores do, driving customers into the stores to ask if they have this brand. The entire relationship that a brand has with the sales channel is usually through the store buyer, and in some cases, if they're good, the bud tenders and the staff that actually work in the stores. But it usually stops there. There's such limited spaces for us to market that you can't tell a very good story. So what you have to do is incentivize the bud tender, you have to incentivize the buyer, and really develop a strong relationship with the store so that they'll keep your product on the shelves. But as an industry, we don't bring a lot of buyers in through the doors when there's a new product announcement, and this is something that is changing that perspective. This is the first time where we're sort of coming in and saying, hey, a non-THC product that is very, very popular now has THC and should bring an audience into your stores and give your bud tenders a brand new story that's going to be really compelling with the consumer. And as we saw from the reviews earlier, it is a compelling story. I received a lot of questions about us not being at the world market. We had representation there, we had products there, but we didn't make a big splash like we had intended. Some of our partners wanted to slow down, let the market catch up, see where COVID was going to go, and then make a push. And we are now in that phase. I have no concerns about our representation at the next world market and what we will be doing there. I have a very clear vision of where this is going and a clear understanding with our partnerships as to what they want to do. And we are all very, very excited. The status quo in the sleep industry, where they're throwing CBD into foam products, is no longer. We're coming after that very aggressively. That is one of our core advantages, is a deep deep understanding of how this plant works, how it interacts with the body, and how we can create products that are more advanced than simply just calling something CBD with air quotes around it. I hope you're prepared. There's a lot to be excited about. We are in the middle of an audit. There's not a day that goes by that doesn't get 2 to 3 hours from the core of our team focusing on performance, financials, and getting everything drum tight. I am going to continue to do what we're doing. I'm very proud of the team. I believe we're on the brink of exponential growth. When we roll in the retail distribution in the sleep world, combined with retail distribution and our direct-to-consumer products here, couple that with some licensing and a little California expansion, and I think you're going to see some really exciting things from us over the next few months. It's not lost on me that I've been saying that for a couple years now, and I would trust that you know how frustrated I am with this process. We are working so incredibly hard, so I'm very much looking forward to the rubber meeting the road, getting these programs rolled out, getting the products launched. Based on what we're looking at right now and the initial sell-through and the initial orders from some of our partnerships, in all likelihood, we're going to be raising some capital and we are going to be aggressively scaling, and I would expect the revenue stream to really start to reflect all of the effort we put in over the last couple of years. We are going to leverage the excitement around this particular product, build some layers on top of it, and launch the sleep system in a few weeks, which will be trailed by a bunch of products in a couple of specific industries to support that effort. You have seen over and over again what our competitors are doing. Most of our competition continues to publicize their pubco and overlook their brands, oftentimes reaching for some short-term blip in their share price, probably so they can offset some debenture or some capital raise they have on the back end. I'm not throwing shade on our competition. I don't need to. They are seemingly burying themselves in debt while we sit back, collect our thoughts, use our experience and knowledge in the industry to develop brands that resonate with people, make a difference, and change people's lives. That will shift our share price in the long term. The development of our company into something that is actually an icon in the space will reshape our future forever. Most companies are losing in a single day what we've raised in our entire company's existence. We are the right spot, we are doing the right thing, and we are extremely optimistic about what's coming down the pipeline. Give me some time, let us continue to flesh this thing out, but as these products really hit the mainstream, I have no concerns about where our company is going to be in the grand scheme of things. Suncliff is going to be an iconic brand in the space, and Greenlink will be on the Mount Rushmore of cannabis. I promise you that.